Hi, it's Michelle. So today's lesson is going to be about a drug. So let me give you the very easy definition of a drug. A drug is something that changes the way your mind and your body work. Therefore, if I have strep throat and I go see the doctor and he gives you prescription or medicine and that's the drug, so you get better. If you can't sleep at night and they give you a drug to help you sleep better, so that's part of the brain. But if your body and brain don't need that drug, then it's going to become a toxin. Now it's a poison in your body, so it's going to have opposite effect. And today we're going to talk about alcohol. Alcohol is a drug. There's 3 types of alcohol. There is beer, there's wine, and wine coolers are the same thing, just lots of sugar. Liquor. So those three things are the alcohol. But some people, some think that underage drinking is a harmless teenage activity, but it has consequences, and you're hurting your brain if you keep on doing. And this is with any drug, so it hurts your brain. And the adolescent years, which means your teenagers, 12 to 20, are the most crucial time period, because this is when it gives you a greater capacity to learn and to use better judgment and to make better decisions and to better relate, to connect with people. And that's what we talked about, communication these last 2 weeks. So so in your teenage years, it's preparing you for adulthood. And that's why it's very important to take care of your brain. So this is a brain scan. Okay? This is the top surface, so the camera's up here. Okay? So this is a normal adolescent brain right here. This is what it should look like. But this is a brain scan of someone who's drinking regularly. All right, so you see the holes. The holes aren't really holes, but they're trying to show you that there's less brain activity or no brain activity. So, and this is a brain. So all these different pieces, right? So all these parts of the brain help do something. And if you can see the language and the reading. So your language and your reading are affected too. But actually all parts of the brain are affected by the drug, because your body doesn't need that drug. So if you guys were there, if you guys were in school, I would show you this. So what I did was, I'll post it online. You guys can go through this. But all these parts of the brain all work together, okay? And they're all affected by drug use of the alcohol. So if you remember my very first lesson, I said that the making decisions. So every single choice has a consequence. You study all week for a test. Your consequence would probably be good. If you didn't, it'll be bad. Therefore, it's the same with doing drugs, like alcohol. If you keep on doing it, you're gonna have the consequences to go with it, okay? So, because it alternates the brain development, and your brain is very important those years. So if you can see, I'm gonna post these two, but all that happens, okay? But it gets messed up if you get a drug in there, right? Here's the blurred vision. It causes blurred vision. You guys know these. Slurred speech, loss of balance and coordination, which is very important for sports. And if your goal was to be a good athlete, you're not going to be a good athlete if you do drugs. Pass out, blackout, hangovers, and alcoholism. So these are just some consequences. poor decision making. So when you're drinking the alcohol, it's going to that part of the brain. There's different parts of the brain that does things. It's going to that part of the brain, and it's gonna hurt your decision making, and it's not gonna be as good. So now you're having bad choices. Now you made bad choices. So you're gonna have the consequences. So academic failure, traffic crashes, violence, criminal behavior, bad reputation, right? Injury or death, forgot that one. STDs or unwanted pregnancies, alcohol poisoning, alcoholism. So those are just some consequences that would happen. All right. So your brain doesn't fully develop. Sorry. Your brain doesn't fully develop until you're about 25. So that's why it's important to take good care of your brain. Okay. So I hope you guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.